Hello, friends. This is Victoria.matea, also known as a mom care coach. I hope that you are having an awesome day. Today is Sunday Successful Reset Day. So, I wanted to talk about what you're putting on your weekly plan. Now, we've talked about this a few times before about the different things that needs to go on your weekly plan, but this time I'm asking you a question. What is the number one of the four intentional needs as an autism mama that you're going to focus on this week? So what does that mean? So if you are new to me, I focus on the four intentional needs, which is the foundation of our self-care. That's sleep, mindset, movement, and nutrition. So sleep tethers us to becoming this person that has restorative rest in our life. It happens little by little and over time. And before you know it, you're able to sit back and look and think to yourself, wow, I've made all these amazing changes. I know exactly what it is I want. I'm heading in the trajectory of where I'm wanting to go when it comes to my self-care. Mindset has to do with having a calm mind, understanding and believing and supporting proper boundaries in your life. And then also being able to be calm in every situation that you are in and to be able to speak up for yourself and say the right things at the right times. And as autism moms, sometimes we put our own care on the back burner. We forget to put ourselves on the list. We have a list of all the different things that needs to happen, all the priorities that needs to happen for that week, that month, that year for our children. But when it comes to us, sometimes it's very easy for us to put ourselves on the back of the list or not even on the list at all. So it's so important for us to have this understanding and to really support our well-being by having proper self-care, which first starts with having our four intentional needs in place. When we're looking at nutrition, we're looking at nutrition for ourselves. I'm gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan, but that is not everybody's story. It can be just having a really beautiful whole foods diet. It could be you being paleo. It can be you having all kind of different choices, but it's making the best choices for yourself when it comes to your health and your body and what your family needs are. That makes it easy for you. So what we're looking for is having a nourished body. That is where we're wanting to go. That is a trajectory. But in order to get somewhere, we have to actually get on the lane, get on the road that heads us to that direction. And so our last one has to do with, well, I guess there's a couple more. For sleep, we need restorative rest in our life. That's the person we want to become, a person that takes our sleep hygiene very, very seriously, and then also taking proper rest in the daytime when possible, and kind of building that into our day as possible. And then also for mindset, or also we have movement, and movement helps us to have joyful movement in our life. This is so important because as we age, it's so important for us to be able to move our bodies, to have our health, our strength, our health span, and our longevity. But that all starts with movement. So finding a movement that supports you and helps you to thrive and makes you happy is so important. I said important 100 times, but it's very important. So these four intentional needs is where we need to focus. That's the foundation before we can move on and work on other things, aligned livings, having schedules that are sacred, having authentic connections. All of those things are so important, but it really does start with having a proper foundation when it comes to our self-care. So what are you working on this week? Are you working on movement, having more movement in your life, nutrition, sleep, mindset, or maybe it's a little bit of everything. But when it comes to our weekly plan, we kind of want to find one and then kind of focus on that. So I know for myself, I'm working to do more weight training next week. I feel pretty confident in nutrition. As a vegan, I've been a vegan for over 30 years, so I feel like I'm okay with that. But to be quite honest, 100% transparent, I am in a season where sleep is not as easy as it used to be. So I'd say for myself, this week I'm working on sleep and more movement, like the weight training part. So tell me what you're planning on doing as well. Thanks, bye.